For the financial po ito, sir, no?
Yung mother envelope niya,
Yung main
Mr.
envelope. Okay. Okay, just flash it, please, for everyone's reference.
Mr. Chair, we are flashing the main envelope, and the title of the project as indicated here is Bukidnon Airport Development Project Phase 3, Passenger Terminal Building, Runway Strip, Runway Extension, 2 Unit Pipe Conduits, Box Culvert, and Runway Markings, bid number 21-018-09 Charlie. So this is for the main envelope, Mr. Chair. So for copy, for the original envelope, so the original envelope, original bid, it also contains the title of the project, Bukidnon Airport Development Project, Phase 3, Passenger Terminal Building, Runway Strip, Runway Extension 2, Conduit, Pipe Conduits, Conduit, Box Culvert, and Runway Markings, bid number 21-18-09 Charlie. So for copy 1, Mr. Chair, also the same title as indicated in the main envelope, as well as in the original envelope and copy 1. For copy 2, Mr. Chair, okay. The copy 2 is actually Pagadian Airport Development Project, Phase 1, construction of CFR access road, strip grade correction, and construction of perimeter fence, bid number 21-10-06. We take note, Mr. Chair, of the manifestation of MAC Builders for the submission of copy 2 of Mark Build Construction Corporator in Trading and Development Corporation bears a title name different from the one open for today, Mr. Chair.
So what is the recommendation of the DWG?
Mr. Chair, we still recommend, Mr. Chair, for the conduct of the bid evaluation and to accept the submission of Mark Build, Mr. Chair, considering that they submitted the original document as correctly labeled, as well as in copy 1 and the original financial and technical document. The financial technical component bears the correct title. The original financial also bears the correct title of the project.
Attorney Frank, can we just refer to the instruction to bidders? What does it state? So I recall it states it's supposed to be properly marked, right? I'm raising this because in other biddings we've been strict about this, so I don't understand why suddenly we're changing our position. Can you just check this, the requirements?
Yes, sir. Under ITB 16, Mr. Chair, allow me to read the express provisions or requirements. It is stated here that each and every each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed, and duly by the duly authorized representative or representatives of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs, ear tab, and must be sequentially paginated in an accurate order in the form of example 3 of page 3 of 10 of 100, page number of the last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequentially based on the entire span of the whole documents inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Item number 2, each bidder shall submit 1 original and 2 copies of the first and second envelope of its bid. So this is the only provision, Mr. Chair, for the ITB Clause 16. But referring, Mr. Chair, to BDS Clause, no, this is for ITB Clause 16, marking and sealing and marking of bids, number 16. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second component of its bids. The procuring entity may request additional hard copies and/or electronic copies of the bid. However, failure of the bidders to comply with the said request shall not be a ground for disqualification. If the procuring entity allows the submission of bids through online submission to the given website or any other electronic means, the bidder shall submit an electronic copy of its bid, which must be digitally signed. An electronic copy that cannot be opened or is corrupted shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. So, in this provision, Mr. Chair, what is only required is the submission of the one copy of the first and second component, that is the first copy of the technical and eligibility document, and a second component, which is the financial document, sir.
And the envelope in question pertains to?
The envelope in question pertains to copy number 2, Mr. Chair, which is actually not an express requirement, but since we are adopting the 10 envelope system, which is a highly encouraged system, but it is not really a strict requirement under the rules, Mr. Chair.
In the ITB, it requires you're supposed to submit 2, right?
What is required, Mr. Chair, in in BDS Clause 16 is the submission of each bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the first and second components.
So it's required under the ITB that they submit 2 copies.
One original and yes, sir.
2 copies. So with that in question, that's a second envelope which is in compliance supposedly for this particular provision, provided it's incorrectly marked. You're saying that we should still open it kahit na mali yung marking?
We already opened, Mr. Chair, the original, since always the copy 1 and copy 2 are just reserved copies, and we are always we only require, we only open the original copy.
Okay. So we have here, do you have a manifestation? Can you state your, ma'am, please, your name and the company you represent? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Your comments are well noted. Let's try to keep this from becoming an academic discussion. So we'll proceed already. So your recommendation is still to proceed with it?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The TWG. One second, Mr. Mr. Chair.
Yes, TWG.
Mr. Chair, may the TWG, Mr. Chair, request for an executive session, like a 5-minute executive session, just to sort these.
Okay. We have any objection from the members online and present? It's a request for executive session. Sige, we'll have a few minutes executive session. Could you excuse please first? Thank you po. Even online please, let's